All right, good morning, everyone. It is just after 7 o'clock, doing a little Facebook Live update on this upcoming weekend storms. We are looking at the potential again for a little bit of active weather moving forward. Today, things are going to be nice and quiet. So just wanted to give you an update. Here's what we're looking at this morning. Temperatures are in the 40s. Again, this is recorded just after 7:15, so a chilly start. Not quite cold enough for any frost to develop, but temperature is definitely on the cool side for this time of the year. Later today, we'll top out in the 70s, so it is going to be a nice day as we look at your hour by hour. Again, you see those temperatures climbing up pretty quickly into the 60s and eventually the 70s. A whole lot of sunshine, and as we look at your highs across the board, a little bit warmer than yesterday. I would say about 5 degrees or so, topping out around 76 in Chattanooga, 72 in Athens, and 75 in Calhoun. Still got that fire danger for North Georgia. Special weather statements are in effect. Of course, there's some pretty big fires going on across South Carolina and North Carolina this morning. The one in Greenville County and parts of Pickens County, Table Rock, kind of close to my parents' house. I think burning well over 1,000 acres now. So fire danger is still going to be there. Be careful with any of that burning. And as we take a look at your satellite and radar, again, dry conditions, high pressure center just to our east. We do have a little disturbance coming in from the north. Notice that green moving near St. Louis. That's going to drop down close to the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Don't think we'll see any rain from that, but we will see some cloud cover in our northern zone, so north of Chattanooga. If you're in Athens, Spring City, Decatur, you may see a little bit of cloud cover a little bit later on, but shouldn't be a big deal. But as we move into your weekend, of course, that's when things begin to change a little bit here across the Tennessee Valley. And I'm going to update this because it looks like I bunched those words together. So this weekend, we're looking at the threat of storms, multiple rounds possible. Round 1 Saturday night to Sunday morning, maybe extending into the afternoon. I don't think we'll have any severe weather with this first round, but the round that's going to be a little more concerning, and the ingredients are going to be a little bit higher for severe weather, going to come in Monday morning. The latest timing, probably between 4 and 11, so technically, I guess, Sunday night into early Monday morning, but a lot of this happens as we're waking up and getting things going. Again, our show runs from 4:30 to 7, so we could be in the thick of it on Monday morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated throughout that. So have multiple ways of receiving those severe alerts, and as we take a look at what's coming, again, we can go ahead and put your storm tracker all the way through Friday evening. Things are going to be calm today, calm tomorrow, very warm tomorrow. Look what happens. Again, this is just one model depiction. We're still not in range where we have the high resolution model guidance. But as we get into Saturday, you know, a lot of the stuff is staying well off to our west. Really not going to be a big deal. And then by Saturday night to Sunday morning, that first wave of rain, mainly non-severe stuff, starts to move in. And as we continue through Sunday afternoon, that's going to continue to kind of push off to the east. I think during the evening, we'll get just a little bit of a break in the activity. And then Sunday night, things are relatively calm. But here comes our main system working through, likely between about, again, 6, 7, 8 o'clock Monday. Once that front passes through, the threat will end. And it looks like a lot of this is going to be out of here by midday, shifting off into the Carolinas late in the evening. So again, once the front passes, the severe threat is going to wrap up pretty quickly. And here's a look at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. Level 2 out of 5 risk for a pretty broad area from the Gulf Coast up to Middle Tennessee into the Ohio Valley. That's where you're going to have the best chance. This will run through Sunday night, so I don't really anticipate us having too much in the way of severe threat on Sunday. It's going to be more of a Monday morning thing, and then the threat shifts off to the east Monday afternoon into the evening for East Coast community. So going to be a decent amount of storm fuel, some decent shear with this, and notice that storm fuel really kicking up Saturday just off to our west and exploding. So there's going to be some pretty good ingredients for those thunderstorms to grow high and potentially come severe. And then, of course, we have the lifting mechanism with the cold front coming through on Monday morning. That's where we'll get the shear potential, and I think damaging winds probably going to be our main concern here, but there may be just enough rotation in the upper levels of the atmosphere for some of these storms to rotate and maybe produce a few isolated tornadoes. But notice that threat really starts to wrap up as that storm fuel stays to the Gulf Coast Monday evening. So we'll keep a close eye on things. I think Monday morning's really when we need to pay close attention to the weather, but then looking ahead, the stormy pattern likely to continue over the next, I'd say, 6 to 10 days, which takes us right into April. So after Monday, we'll probably have another severe threat. I'm watching another system probably Wednesday into Thursday of next week as well. Still a little early on that, but just want to give you an early heads up. Again, we're kind of entering a very active period of weather, and it looks like it's going to be warmer than normal as well. Just looking at briefly at your temperatures, 81 tomorrow, 70s pretty much all the way through the middle of next week, and that temperature trend favoring warmer than normal conditions right through April. So more 80-degree days probably on the horizon as we move into the new month. So here's a look at 7-day forecast. Again, calm today and tomorrow. Really nice to be out and about. Tree pollen's going to be high, something to be mindful of. First wave of rain Saturday night into the first part of Sunday. Break Sunday evening, and then we're watching that threat for severe weather. Right now, the timing between about 4 and 11. That'll probably be refined, so continue to check back. And then by the middle of next week, we could have another system. So things are getting pretty active. We're kind of entering the peak season for some severe weather here across the Tennessee Valley. So have that severe plan ready to go. Might need it on Monday. Of course, we'll be here for you. Likely to be a storm alert weather day. Continue to check back. I'll have a new video tomorrow. We'll kind of get more into range, so we'll know exactly what the threats are as we move into the weekend and, of course, early next week.